What's going on? I'm meeting some friends, going to Steel Panther and Judas Priest, the concert, have a good time. I'll show you what it's like.
Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction. In the fields of bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning.
What's going on YouTube? I am leaving work for the day. It's getting cold in Colorado. Today's topic is your military career and what is it that you want out of your military career. If you're thinking about the military, why is it that you're thinking about the military as far as a career? And specifically, when I ask the question, what is it that you want out of your career? Look at the big picture and see if you're going to do 4 years, 6 years, 10 years, 20 plus years, active duty, reserve, so forth. The big picture. What would you like to gain? Maybe it's serving your country, maybe it's travel, education, variety of reasons that you may think about joining the service or why you joined the service. It could be camaraderie, technical training, maybe it's a job. It could be a simple or very complex reason, but the question is, what do you want out of your military career? And besides doing the job every week, or if you're a reservist or guard, once a month or as needed, are you enjoying it? Are you in the right position for the job? Sometimes we as individuals can be in a job in the military and not like it, whether it's the location or whether it's the job. The good thing is, in most cases, there are options for us to retrain, find a special duty assignment. And sometimes, I speak from experience, the grass isn't greener on the other side. Maybe what we think is a better situation is not. So, how are we going to deal with that once we come across a situation where we're not happy? And everybody's going to react different to that question. I know I do as well. But sometimes we do have to stick it out and commit to what we wanted to or what we committed to do. Challenges are part of the military. They are part of life. Being a civilian or military. What do you want from your military career? It could be education outside of work. It could be going overseas. Whatever that is, what are we doing to make it better for us? It's not always about what we want, because in the military there is a saying that the needs of the service come before the individual, and that's absolutely true. So when I joined the Air Force, I wanted to go overseas. But I was assigned, I went from Los Angeles to my first base. I went to Maxwell Air Force Base, Montgomery, Alabama. Went from a big city to a small city back in 1996. I even found an individual who wanted to switch with me, but the Air Force said, nope, we're not gonna approve that. So I ended up going to Alabama. My first job, I was a firefighter. I liked it, but I quickly realized that I'm not a mechanically inclined person, that it wasn't something I wanted to do long term, so I was able to retrain or cross-train into administration, which is better for me because I like human relations, human resources, and I was able to finish school at the same time. So it's sometimes being that squeaky wheel when opportunities come out. And we have to also look for opportunities. Sometimes opportunities aren't going to knock on our door and say, here I am, do you want this, yes or no? Sometimes they will, but in most cases they won't. So have a vision of what you want for or from your military career, whether it's active duty, reserve, guard. Have a mentor. Definitely have a mentor. And be a mentor to someone. Ask questions such as, what could I learn from you? What can you teach me? What can I teach you? Those are some things that have worked for me. I don't always get what I want, That's part of life. I don't know anybody who does. Could you imagine always getting what we want? That's not going to happen. And that's a good thing, because that's not realistic. So have a mentor, be a mentor, ask questions. As I get to the gym for about an hour, I will get back to this topic a little bit later. I ran out of time yesterday. Actually, not out of time, but out of daylight. So I wanted to conclude this video. One of the things that I've never talked about are strengths and weaknesses. We all have strengths and weaknesses. So know your strengths and weaknesses, what you do good, and excel at that. Ensure people know what you do good. At the same time, you, just like myself, we should all know our weaknesses and strive to improve in an area of weakness. Excuse me, whether it's speaking in front of public, or a program or a computer system that we may not be familiar with. So know what our strengths and weaknesses are, and from there, that's going to help our career maybe achieve our goals, whatever they are. Whether it's a team goal or an individual goal, we want to ensure that our career is on track to where we want to be. That's important, because sometimes it's not going to be on track. We'll fall off the tracks. And the thing is, how are we going to get back on track to get to where we want to? And like I said also, sometimes the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Something to think about. Where do you want your military career to go? Whether it's 4 years, 6 years, 20 plus years. I do know that a full career of 20 plus years isn't for everyone. So I do appreciate the individuals that make it a 4-year commitment, or 6 years, or 10. You take care.